Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Walmart's Executive Vice President of Corporate Affairs, Leslie Dock, President and CEO of Walmart U.S., Bill Simon, Senior Vice President of Sustainability, Andrea Thomas, and Chairman of the Board for the Partnership for a Healthier America, Jim Gavin.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Leslie Dock, and I'm Executive Vice President of Corporate Affairs at Walmart. Welcome to the ARC, and thanks for being here today. I'd like to recognize those on the stage, Jim Gavin, Chairman of the Partnership for a Healthier America, and two of my colleagues from Walmart, Bill Simon, President and CEO of Walmart U.S., and Andrea Thomas, our Senior Vice President of Sustainability. Almost 2 years ago, a garden was planted in this city on a lawn on Pennsylvania Avenue. In that garden were the seeds of a movement, an initiative that would grow to focus this nation as never before on improving the health and nutrition of all Americans. It's an incredible honor to have with us today the person who started that movement, the First Lady of the United States of America, Michelle Obama. As Mrs. Obama would tell you, her advocacy for better nutrition for America's children began with her own role as a mother, talking to her daughter's pediatrician about their wellness. And today, as both a mom and as our First Lady, Mrs. Obama is leading an effort to solve the challenge of childhood obesity within a generation. And through her Let's Move campaign, she's reached out and engaged every sector of society that can make a difference on this issue. And that's exactly the kind of leadership our nation needs. At Walmart, our journey with nutrition began where everything does, with our customer and with our mission. 140 million Americans walk through our doors every week, and those customers expect us to help them save money and to help them live better. And to more and more of our customers, living better means the ability to walk into our stores and find foods that will help their families live healthier lives. And importantly, to find those foods at prices they can afford. So today, we're pleased to be able to announce a five-point initiative to help make the foods we sell healthier and to make healthier food more affordable for all Americans. We have enormous respect and admiration for the First Lady's leadership. She was the catalyst that helped make today's announcement a reality. And her spirit of collaboration made our commitment to bring healthier food to kitchen tables across this country even stronger. And now to walk through our initiative, I'd like to introduce Andrea Thomas. Andrea?
Thank you, Leslie. As you might imagine, the top concern for moms across the country is saving money. Never before has the need to save money been more important to our customers than it is now, than it has been over the last few years. But today, what you may not know is that another concern that moms have is buying foods that are healthy for her family. As a mom, I can definitely relate to this. Every day, millions of customers walk into our stores with these twin and sometimes competing objectives in mind. At Walmart, we don't believe that any customer, in fact, any American, should have to choose between doing what is realistic and affordable and doing what is healthier for her family. Each of our objectives is rooted in this simple philosophy. First, we are going to improve the nutritional quality of the food we sell, both branded products and our own great value products. Between now and 2015, we will work with our suppliers to reformulate thousands of packaged food items, with our end goal to be reducing sodium by 25%, reducing added sugars by 10%, and completely removing all remaining industrial-produced trans fats and partially hydrogenated oils. Thank you. We will begin by reducing these elements in certain categories of food that contribute to the highest level of sodium, added sugars, and trans fats in the everyday diets of Americans. At Walmart, we provide choices for everyone. We aren't telling people what they should eat. Our customers understand that when they buy products like cookies and ice cream, those are meant to be indulgent treats. This effort is aimed at reducing sodium, sugar, and trans fats in products. Often, it's the sodium and sugar that people don't even know that they're ingesting. For instance, when they're putting dressing on a salad or making a turkey sandwich. Already, many of our suppliers have made important progress in this area. Our goal is to not supplant these efforts, but to encourage their widespread adoption. We see our role as a convener and as a catalyst. Our estimates indicate that if these reformulations are adopted by the entire grocery industry, adults in the U.S. will consume approximately 47 million fewer pounds of sodium each year. 47 million pounds of sodium is the equivalent of the entire yearly sodium intake by every resident in New York City, Los Angeles, and Chicago. Second, we will make healthier choices more affordable by providing customers even more savings on fresh produce and reducing or removing the price premium on key better-for-you items, including reduced sodium, reduced sugar, and reduced fat products. Through a variety of sourcing, pricing, and transportation and logistic initiatives, we believe that we can drive unnecessary costs out of the supply chain and result in even lower prices on fresh produce for our customers. For instance, we're building more direct relationships with farmers, a move that will generate more income for farmers and lower more consistent prices for our customers. If we're successful in our efforts to lower prices, we believe we can save Americans who shop at Walmart approximately $1 billion per year on fresh fruits and vegetables. We will eliminate the price premium on key better-for-you items. Our customers often ask us, why do they pay more for whole wheat pasta sometimes than they do for regular pasta when it's made by the same manufacturer? Moving forward, we will work with our supply chain to reduce the price premium on these types of products whenever possible, because customers should not have to pay more to eat healthier. Third, to help our customers instantly identify the truly healthier food options, we will develop strong criteria for a simple front-of-package seal. We know from talking to customers that convenience can be a powerful catalyst to healthier eating. But the reality of today is that choosing healthy items is too often inconvenient. It takes time that many of our customers don't have to compare the nutrition label or to weed through the multiple health claims. This simple front-of-package seal will apply to a small number of healthier products and give customers an easier way to instantly identify food options that are better for them and save them time while they're shopping in our stores. We'll launch this seal for great value this year and make it available for our national brands as well. Fourth, we will increase the charitable support for nutrition programs that help educate our customers about healthier food choices. And lastly, we will provide solutions to address the food deserts that exist all across the country today. These are the neighborhoods in urban and rural communities where too many Americans don't eat well, because they don't have the same access to healthy foods that other Americans do. We are focused on bringing our mission of save money, live better to these underserved areas. First, we are working to design formats to meet the needs of these communities. But in a larger sense, by impacting the entire marketplace, we believe that our initiative can make healthy, affordable food more accessible in the nation's food deserts. The reality that it is that as more people start eating healthier, healthier eating becomes more affordable for everyone. It is now my pleasure to introduce our President and CEO of Walmart U.S., Bill Simon, to say a few words about this commitment.
Morning, everybody. Thank you, Andrea. Really appreciate the work that you and your team have done. You're truly making a difference. Leslie, your leadership on this issue instrumental, or we wouldn't be here today. So thank you as well. When you step away from all the numbers and the trans fats and hydrogenated things that Andrea was talking about, what you really have to look at is what's happening in the country, and it comes down to really one basic truth. And the fact is that healthier eating, while it's a goal that I think we all share, is really, really hard to do given the lifestyles that we lead today. Goodness knows we all need it. Talking to our customers, listening to moms and dads, they're trying to do what's healthy, but it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard to have access to healthy foods, and it's hard to afford them in many cases, and that's what we're trying to change. In a larger sense, when you look at some of the statistics that many of us have heard, we all know obesity is rising, and diabetes is more prevalent than ever. Heart disease is now the #1 killer in our country. And of children born over the last 10 years, 1 in 3 will develop diabetes in their lifetime. 1 in 3. We all know it's a complex challenge. As we at Walmart have seen, especially through some of the things that we've done in our journeys through things like sustainability, complex challenges are a place where we think we have a role to play. And we have a model for making a difference. We have a model that is built upon a vast supplier network, 140 million customers a week that you've heard about, and 1.4 million very dedicated associates. All that is built upon the foundation of a very, very simple mission that we believe in with our core, and that is that we save people money so they can live better. And through the goals that were announced today, we're committed to doing our part. But beyond each of these goals, we're committed to being a collaborator in the challenges facing our customers, and everybody here really seated in the room today. To solve the issue, we need engagement from every person in every sector. The exact type of engagement that our First Lady, Michelle Obama, is leading today. In the effort to make healthier eating more of a reality in America, no one has been a more influential voice and an inspirational leader than the First Lady. She's shown the nation that this is a challenge that, while being pushed aside for too long, is one that together we have the power to solve if everybody plays their part. And she said, we have the tools at our disposal. All we need is the motivation, the opportunity and the willpower to do what needs to be done. Through the Let's Move campaign, she's providing the motivation our nation needs. Since the first seeds of this movement were planted, we've seen the fruits of her labor in a number of ways. Perhaps most notably is the signing last month of the Healthy, Hunger-Free Kids Act. It'll improve the quality of school breakfasts and lunches. It'll also strengthen nutrition programs that serve young children, such as WIC and the Child and Adult Food Program. On behalf of the men and women in this room, on behalf of our entire team at Walmart, on behalf of the American families we serve, we thank her for her leadership. And now, it is my distinct honor and privilege to welcome the First Lady of the United States of America, Michelle Obama.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Look, I am so excited to be here today because I am thrilled about Walmart's new nutrition charter. So I want to start off by thanking Bill, not just for that kind introduction, but for all that he and his colleagues have done to make this day possible. I also want to thank Leslie Dock and Andrea Thomas for joining us today and for their tireless efforts. They have been working so hard with my staff to bring us this exciting new initiative. And I also want to recognize Jim Gavin here, who's the chairman of the Partnership for a Healthier America. That organization is going to play a critical role in making this nutrition charter a success. So we are delighted to have him join us as well. Now, I wanted to be here today. It was important for me to be here, first and foremost, because I believe this charter is a huge victory for folks all across this country. It's a victory for parents. It's a victory for families. But most of all, it's a victory for our children. But I'm also here today because I think this new initiative represents something so much bigger. Because the truth is, and let me share this, when we decided to take on the issue of childhood obesity, I have to tell you, in the back of my mind, I'd wondered to myself whether we could really make a difference. Because when you take on a problem this big and this complicated, at times it can be a little overwhelming. You know, you start to wonder, is what we're trying to do here really going to make a difference? Are folks really interested and ready to make the kinds of changes that are going to be necessary to get our kids in a healthy place? Is what we're doing actually going to make our kids better? But today, when I see a company like Walmart launch an initiative like this, I feel more hopeful than ever before that the answer to these questions is yes. Efforts like this show us that, yes, we can improve how we make and sell food in this country. We can do that. And we can feed our kids better. Yes, we can give parents better information so that they can make better decisions for their families. We can do this. And yes, there are CEOs like Bill Simon out there and so many others across this country who are willing to step up and help us solve this problem. Not just as executives who care about their company's bottom lines, but as parents and as grandparents who care about our nation's children. And it's not just business leaders who are stepping up. We have learned. Since we've launched Let's Move nearly a year ago, we've seen folks from every sector of our society stepping up. We have seen educators planning school gardens and providing healthier school meals. We've seen doctors screening kids for obesity and teaching parents how to address the issue in their own homes. Mayors are building playgrounds and bike paths to help families be more active. Our faith leaders are urging their congregations to lead healthier lifestyles. And Congress is getting into the act as well. Just last month, as Bill mentioned, my husband signed the Health and Hunger-Free Kids Act. This is historic legislation that's going to provide more nutritious school meals to millions of American children. It's a big step up. And today, with this announcement, the largest corporation in America is launching a new initiative that has the potential to transform the marketplace and to help American families put healthier food on their tables every single day. This nutrition charter promises a real change that can have a fundamental impact in how our kids eat. You see, because when parents have the information they need about the products they buy, that puts them back in charge so they can make good decisions for their families. When kids are consuming these products every day, those reductions in sugar and salt and trans fat can really add up. When healthier options are finally affordable, that can affect every single meal a child eats, whether it's adding fruit at breakfast or whole wheat bread at lunch or some more veggies on the plate at dinner. And when 140 million people a week are shopping at Walmart, then day by day and meal by meal, all these small changes can start to make a big difference for our children's health. So, to say I'm excited is probably an understatement because we're really gaining some momentum on this issue. We're really starting to see things move. We are seeing a fundamental shift in our national conversation about how we make and sell food. That's something that wasn't happening just a year ago. And all across the country, we're beginning to see the ripple effects on the choices folks are making about how they feed their kids. So today, I don't just feel hopeful about what this one company is doing for our children's health. I feel hopeful about what we as a nation can do. And even more importantly, I feel hopeful about what we as individuals, what we as parents can do. That's the point. You see, this nutrition charter, it didn't start in Washington, as you've heard. It didn't come from Congress or the White House. It came from parents. That's the beauty of it. It came from parents, from hardworking moms and dads who struggle every week to find healthy choices that fit their hectic lifestyles. And let me tell you, like Andrea, I know what that's like because I've been there. Just a few short years ago, I was living a normal life, really, facing the daily challenges of a working mom, dashing from meetings to the school pickup line, struggling to keep it all together for my family, trying to act like I knew what I was doing. But I clearly remember that one of the things that made my life just a little more difficult was trying to figure out which foods were healthy and which ones weren't. I remember standing in aisle after aisle in the grocery store, searching high and low for the best options for my family, feeling so frustrated by how the healthy choice wasn't necessarily the affordable choice. And that's exactly how so many busy parents are feeling today. Look, they know the threat of obesity. They know it. They know the risk that it poses to their kids' health. So you know what they did? They started speaking up. They started demanding healthier, more affordable options. And then you know what happened? Companies like Walmart started listening. See, this is important. When parents demand healthier choices and they actually put their money where their mouth is, then programs like this nutrition charter aren't just good for kids and families, they're good for business as well. Because what we've learned is that companies often tell us that they want to do the right thing for our kids, but they need the right business model to make that profitable. And when parents purchase healthier options when they can afford them and demand lower prices when they can't afford them, then we as parents make that model possible. And let's be clear, as Andrea said, when big companies like Walmart make changes like this, that doesn't just affect the food sold in Walmart. It affects the products that suppliers make and sell in grocery stores all across this country. So parents haven't just changed how Walmart does business. They're actually changing how the entire food industry does business, and that's a good thing. That is a very, very good and powerful thing. So today, I have one simple message for American parents. Make no mistake about it. When it comes to the health of our children, we have a voice, parents. We have a voice. And in the end, that's really what Let's Move is all about. That's why we did this. It's not about what's happening here in Washington. It's not about government telling people what to do. That's not what this is about. It's about each of us in our own families, in our own communities, standing up and demanding more for our kids. And it's about companies like Walmart answering that call. So in the coming months and years, I hope that more companies, large and small, everyone can do their part, will start stepping up. I hope that business leaders and others across this country will ask themselves, truly, what can I do in my company or in my organization to help families make healthy decisions for their kids? And if we do that, if each of us do our part for our children, then I am confident that together we can give these kids the brighter future that they so richly deserve. So again, congratulations to Walmart, congratulations to parents. This is an exciting new initiative, and I look forward to seeing the difference that it's going to make in the lives of families and children in the months and years ahead. So thank you all so much. Take care.